Sleep Unit, midlife reset, and it's about the quality of your sleep. So let's get into it. What are some of the things that may be interfering with your ability to sleep at night? And a lot of us have already gone through all of the things such as no screen time for 45 minutes before we go to bed. We make the room dark. We might, watch, read a book or do something that's really calming, but still find it's not working. And there's some reasons for that. And we'll talk about some of those. And then I'm super excited to share with you some of the things that you can actually do in 5 minutes or less to really help get sleep. Because after all, sleep is the time when our body rejuvenates, it rebuilds things. It goes through, and I kind of look at it as like the street sweeper. The street sweepers run at night. That's kind of what happens through our body. So the your body goes through and basically just clears out all of the stuff that it doesn't need. And it starts with the brain. The brain has all of from the stuff that we've been stimulated with all day. It's been burning up all of that oxygen and the food in order to be able to think clearly and do all of the wonderful things that we want it to do. But with that comes some stuff that we need to get rid of. So having good quality sleeps help with that. And after all, we've all heard about beauty sleep, right? I need my beauty sleep. It's not a myth. That's when the body rebuilds. And so it's important that we have good quality sleep. It's more important that it be good quality than it be for a long period of time. Because if you have 10 hours of sleep, but you've spent the entire night tossing and turning, it's one of those things where you wake up more tired than you were when you went to bed. And that's not what we want. The sleep didn't do us basically much good at all. So understanding what may be contributing to that also can help us to figure out what we can do in order to get better sleep. The first one is a big one, hormonal changes. So estrogen and progesterone levels are changing as we go through midlife, and those definitely impact sleep. Many times, women will use hormone replacement therapy. They'll add estrogen and then they'll also add in the progesterone. The progesterone is the one you take at bedtime, especially, really helps to promote the sleep part. Another hormone type thing is stress. Stress causes your cortisol level to go up. When your cortisol level goes up, it's like saying to your body, we got to go. Come on, come on, come on. We can't rest. We can't, we got it. We got things to do. We got places to see. We've got problems to solve. And it doesn't take time to rest. You're not back in your rest and relaxation, basically clearing out what needs to happen in your body and in your brain. So being able to understand that stress does contribute. Other things that impact, for example, food and drink, what you eat and when you eat makes a big difference. If you eat really late, right before you go to bed, then your body's spending all of that time digesting the food and not spending the time that it needs to clear out everything and rebuild your body. So making sure you don't eat a big meal right before you go to bed is really important. And then there's the whole thing with alcohol. You would think it used to work that way for some of us. You have a glass of wine, you relax, you go to bed, you sleep well. Not so much anymore. Waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, or maybe you're waking up and having night sweats. And these are not hot flashes, these are night sweats because your blood sugar drops down low. And when that happens, you get sweaty and your body wakes you up because it's saying to you, I need food. So to prevent that from happening, and if you're a person who this happens to quite a bit, you can grab a handful of nuts, a little bit of protein, something along those lines, and eat a small snack before you go to bed. And that should help a lot. It does not help if you eat chips or carbs or those kinds of things. Really, it's not going to be beneficial. So you need a little bit of fat or a little bit of protein to really make it last through the night. You know about the dark room. You sleep better when it's dark. The other thing is temperature 64 degrees or below. ideal temperature for your body to sleep and kind of go into that rest and relaxation state. So now that you've done all of those things and understand all of those, I've got some things that you can do in 5 minutes or less that work beautifully. I've shared this with so many clients and they've had fabulous results. The first one is a stretch before you go to bed. And this is a relaxing stretch. This is not a, oh my God, I used to be able to touch my hands on the floor and now I can't, so I'm going to force my way down there. No, this is a nice, calm, relaxing stretch. You're breathing, you're stretching your body, relaxing, you're noticing what's happening, you're not making any judgments about it. It's just an observation. The one exercise I recommend for all of my clients and for everyone is legs on the wall. Now, this is where you put your butt up against the wall and you put your legs up and your body is basically on the floor here. Do this for a couple of minutes. This relaxes your entire nervous system, the parasympathetic, and really helps you to release the tightness or tension that you may have accumulated during the day. Can't do legs on the wall? No problem. Put up against a chair and use a chair or your bed and basically you bend your knees and put this or legs, the bottom part of your legs across the chair and just lay there for as long as you need to and just relax and breathe. And that's a fabulous exercise to start with. Another one I do is to release the vagus nerve. Don't have to remember that. Just remember this is one to release tightness or tension you may be having. Take your head, looking straight ahead, and then you look to the side, and you notice how far you can go easily without pushing it. And then you come back to center, and then you go to this side, and you come back to center. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it with just our eyes. So my eyes are going to go over to here, and I use my finger because that helps me to keep my head straight. And here, take a breath. I felt my shoulders drop and come back to center. And then I go over to here. Same thing. And then back. And now I'm going to test it out. See. Amazes me how much farther I can go now. And I feel calmer. So I've done my stretch. I've done this exercise. I get into bed and I'm in a nice calm. I'm breathing fine. If you want to do some breath work, you can. I recommend a simple one, the 4-4 breathing. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. Important not to get hung up on the counting. The counting is just a tool. And, it doesn't matter how fast or how slow you count, but something that really allows you to really feel the breath and what's going on with the breath. And now you're in bed. Well, suppose you still can't go to sleep. Or one of those situations where you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, you go to the bathroom, you come back, I can't sleep. So let's do the eye squeeze. The eye squeeze is just like it sounds. You take your eyes, you squeeze and hold for 2 to 3 seconds, and you open. And again, you close and squeeze. And for me, I can easily make it's like 2 or 3 of them, and then I start yawning. The great thing about this exercise is you can do it anytime. You can do it before you go to bed. You can do it when you wake up. You can do it as many times as you like. But these are the 5-minute session that I do every night before I go to bed to make sure that I can get the sleep that I need. So I wake up feeling good in the morning and my brain and my body have been reset and ready for the day. It actually helps improve your memory because you've got better sleep. So that's the midlife reset for sleep. I am Diana Devi from An Ageless Life, and that's it for today. Bye-bye. Oh, by the way, over there, there's some buttons, or down there's some buttons, or around there's some buttons to like, subscribe, And please, I'm really interested to know if this works for you. So if you could comment and let me know, that would be great. And it also influences what content I make in the future. Bye for now.